dice and it was 2 6s and a 4. I was like,
Nice. All right. Welcome to Tabletop Gaming with Juice. We are here with my guest Paul from Swordfall, and he. Oh shoot! I got. Sorry, hang on. I hear myself. Just a minute. All right, there we go.
yeah,
I forgot to turn the chat off or the.
Yeah, I had that up too, and I was like, "What's going on?" I hear 2 juices.
Is that juices or should it just be juice eye?
Juice eye. I like juice eye. It sounds a little bit more scientific. You know, you could be like juice eye gamus. That's your
there we go.
phylum. Yeah.
So we're going to be making a character for Paul. I'm going to let him roll all his stats, but I'm going to write it down, fill out the sheet, and update all the notes. And then I'll send it over to him. If he feels like writing it down, he's more than welcome to as well. But I like to have a copy of the sheet, so this will work out really well for me. So you guys know he has a concept in mind, which I will turn it over to him, let him introduce himself, his channel, anything else he wants to plug. And he can also tell you guys about his character concept.
Yeah, I'm Paul. I run Tales of Swordfall. It's another YouTube channel. We do D&D with new players. We're learning and playing at the same time. Some days I'm also learning too. You know, got to get those good old mistakes out. We also run a GM chat every other Monday where we talk about tips, tools, other things, mainly focused on helping new GMs. And yeah. Also, I play online games like with Band of the Hawk Gaming, and I just do a lot of gaming here and there. If you want, you can follow the Tales of Sword stuff at Swordfall D&D. Those are the letters D-N-D. And also you can follow me on my personal one, which is at Paul_Garish. Those are on Twitter.
How do you spell your last name for the folks?
Oh yeah, I should probably actually spell that out. Sorry, it's a little early for me. It's Gerrish.
Perfect. So I was really excited when you said you would be willing to try this system. This is a system that is obviously near and dear to my heart. It's what got me into role-playing games, this and TMNT. So not saying I'm an expert. I definitely don't think I am. I think there's a lot that like you said, I need to learn and relearn because I have played this quite a bit in the past, but there are some definite things I need to learn again. And I've been wrong, and these new players in my chat have been correcting me based on the PDFs they bought and the core book and all that stuff. So they've corrected me quite a few times already, such as the natural armor rating of a robot tank. So things like that. So if I get something wrong and you're in the chat and you know the rule, feel free to spout it out. Paul will correct me. I'm giving him the veto power to correct me.
Yeah, and, I'm still learning a lot of stuff on this, so I will try to question you where I can, but I can't make any promises. There's going to be too many corrections for me.
Sure. And at this point, I don't even know what I'm going to house rule or not. Originally, when we were going into this, I was going to make characters that didn't have all the skills. I was just going to put a couple skills on here. I've since apparently started to just do the whole full skill tree. And that's the long part of character creation. So, all right. So let's get into it. Paul, did you want to talk about your character concept real quick?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to play a character like Multiple Man from the X-Men series. He's this dude who, whenever he takes a punch, he turns into more people. So getting something close to that seems pretty cool.
All right. And we had talked, we came up with the idea that he's gonna have one major, 2 minors. He's gonna be a mutant, and he's gonna have as his major the multiple being superpower, as well as extraordinary physical endurance and manipulate kinetic energy as his 2 minor powers. So I haven't read up on those any of those powers in a long time. So who knows if they're OP? If they are, great, break my game. If they're not, then sucks to be you. All right, so let's start with having you roll your attributes. Now, are you okay with just going 3d6 straight down the line?
Sure.
All right, so 16 was what you rolled before we went live. That's
Yep.
going into your intelligence. That will give you a bonus.
Cool. And just to prove to everyone, yes, I do have dice with me. I'm not just making up numbers. That's not horrible. That's a 10.
Okay, great. That's super high. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's pretty average, right?
Yeah, I mean, anything under a 16 just doesn't matter for the
Yeah.
most part.
So, ready for the next?
Yes.
Ooh, that one sucks. 6.
Nice. You're lucky this isn't D&D. There's not penalties for low stats. There is a chart that somebody made, though, somewhere that I could use.
Okay, next one is 12.
All right. So your strength will be 12.
And it's either on or off today. This one is 8.
8 for your physical prowess. That would be your agility for those watching at home.
That one's a little bit better. Another 12.
Okay. That would be your physical endurance. That'll get superseded by your ability anyway.
That's 11.
And that's your beauty. And the last one is speed.
13.
Okay. So now, by the rules, anything that is 16 or higher, you will roll an additional d6. If you get a 6 on the die, you get to re-roll it again and add that as well. So feel free to roll a 6 for your intelligence.
Okay. I rolled a 1. Yeah.
So 17. All right. That's pretty good, though. So for your bonuses, that's going to be a plus 3% on all your skills. And for those of you at home, Palladium uses a percentile skill system for most skills. What that means is you'll have a percentage, say, associated with walking a tightrope. You have to roll under your percentage in that skill. Your percentage might be 35%. If you roll under 35% on your percentiles, you succeed. If you roll over 35%, you fail. So it's going to be awesome. All right. So those are your attributes. We have a 17 in IQ. Mental endurance is a 10. That'd be like your willpower. Mental affinity, which is kind of like your charisma, is a 6. Your strength is a 12. Your physical prowess is an 8. Physical endurance, 12. Physical beauty, 11. And speed is 13. So now, the way Palladium works is you have, especially with Heroes Unlimited, you have a character type. Ranging from aliens to robotics, mutants, physical training, special training, all sorts of different things. We decided to go with a mutant for this. And so what you do when you're creating characters, you go to the section for that and you follow the steps that it highlights there. Now, these might not be the final attributes. Some skills will add to it. Some abilities will add to it. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. One of the nice things about Palladium is if you roll poorly, it's not the end all be all. So, and like I said before, by the book, there are no penalties to having anything under a 16. You just don't get any bonuses. Some things like your strength, it'll determine like how much you can carry and things like that. Speed will affect how far you can move. But the other stuff you aren't penalized for. So the first thing, do you have some percentile dice?
Yeah, I can grab some super quickly.
So the first thing we get to roll for is the cause of your mutation.
Sorry as I make a little noise here.
Oh, no, you're good. Dice should make noise.
Yep. Okay. Let's do this. $56.
All right. So you have a genetic aberration, a mutant gene structure, 1,000,001 chance of fate is responsible for the mutation and powers. All right. So I'm going to write that down. If any of these don't fit the concept that you wanted, just let me know, and we'll just either change it or re-roll. Okay.
All right, cool. I'm pretty open to most things, so
Wherever the dice fall, you're fine with it?
oh yeah.
All right, cool. I like that. So now we get to roll for your unusual physical characteristics. This may affect certain attributes, by the way.
All right. I got 76.
Well, how much did you get? 76?
Yep, 76.
76 would be no body hair whatsoever. Side effect.
No body hair whatsoever. Oh man.
Correct. It's kind of like having alopecia.
Yeah.
I would assume no hair on his head either. But yeah. All right. Next would be the super abilities. We already decided that.
Mm-hmm.
Number categories. Da, 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 da. Do you want to risk having unstable powers?
So what kind of would that be additional, or would be that the powers that we already chose?
Well, there's different things. Your powers could be affected by emotions. You grow in power with experience and age. You have a trauma-induced change. And there's like sub tables under that. So it could be different things. It's basically just stating that your powers are unstable. A lot of things can happen. Powers are diminished in some circumstances. Powers are enhanced in some. Uncontrollable and wild. It's your choice. I mean, you don't have to. I was going to say roll for the chance for it to happen, to be unstable. But
yeah, sure. You know, it probably will make it a little bit more interesting.
So do me a favor, roll percentiles. If it's over 91, then you're unstable.
It is 61.
You're not unstable then. All right, so that's pretty much it already. All right, so now we will do. Let's see. So other stuff would be hand-to-hand type, but usually you get that from skills. SDC will be 30 starting out, like most classes. Finances 44 times 100. So if you want to roll 44, that'll be your finances.
All right.
And we'll just use that to buy equipment.
Cool beans. Oh, I need another.
No problem. I'm going to flip to the skills section and start to get that part ready.
Got 10.
10?
Yep.
All right, so that's $1,000.
It's not too bad.
Nope. I would say that's pretty good. You should be able to buy some stuff to beat people up in hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah.
Do you have an idea for the type of weapon and stuff you're gonna want to use?
I was thinking, since this guy kind of splits into multiple people, he probably would just pick up whatever's on the ground and start beating people with it.
Nice. All right, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to roll for education. So roll percentile, and that'll determine your education level.
22.
All right, so that'll make you military based. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Military gets a lot of skills, but you get access to some that others do not. So it's the basic military skill program, so you'll be plus 10% on that. So basic military skill program. So it'd actually be plus 13 because of your IQ bonus, but I'll just write plus 10% for now and then just make sure I add both in there. Then you get an additional military or communication skill program, and then a skill program of your choice that'll get 5%.
Nice. Skill programs, huh?
Yeah. So of that, then there are, let me pull up the skill programs. There is an espionage program. There is military demolitions.
And what page are you finding this on?
I'm on page 46 for the different programs. And it shows you the skills underneath it that you would get for the programs.
Cool.
And then one program of your choice. And there are limitations that are on page 45 that say which programs you can't take without certain education levels. So you couldn't take like actually you can't take espionage. So you're kind of stuck with demolitions.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll give you demolitions, military demolitions program. That'll also be 10%. Okay. And then you get a program of your choice. So whatever you think looks interesting to you.
Well, the hand-to-hand basic, if we don't already have that, that seems...
You're probably going to want to trade 2 of your secondary for a better hand-to-hand, to be honest.
Okay.
Probably either expert or martial artist.
Yeah, that sounds way better. So, okay. Just seeing my options here. So many options. Yeah, so military programs. Got demolitions. Is demolition disposal on well, yeah.
So you have all those. So anything under the bold, that is what you're going to have.
Oh, all
so
those.
The bold is the program. So you need to pick the program, and then you get all those skills underneath it. Yep.
Oh.
Like if you notice how it even says under it. So for example, under pilot advanced at the bottom, you can choose 2 advanced piloting skills, 2 basic piloting skills also, for example. And one that might be good. Obviously, you have weapon proficiency rifle, but you could take like, I don't see. Do you have wilderness? You could take like survival wilderness program. Physical is always good. That gives you 4 skills from the physical program, or from the physical type. You got basic electronics, maybe an electrical program would be cool. I don't know. There's a lot of options.
Yeah. The physical athletic program does sound like a good one if my guy's essentially going to be upfront brawler.
Okay. So. And then on any skills from there that have a percentage, you'll have a plus 5%.
Yeah, and I'm just... there we go. Secondary skill list.
And then you'll end up having 8 secondary on top of that.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of skills. So from basic military, that's all highlighted. Okay, I'll end up writing all that down in a minute. Military demolitions, again, same thing. No selections required there. Physical will require you to find 4 physical skills, which if you flip to the next page 49. Under physical, it's got different skills. Now, this is where I was saying you could take 2 of them and put it into expert or martial arts instead.
So
you can't do assassin because you have to be evil for that, or one of the bad alignments for that. But
yeah, and I think we're being all good alignments here. So
yep.
Okay, so it says physical, any excluding acrobats, gymnastics, boxing, and wrestling. So hand-to-hand, expert counts as 2 skills selects. Expert hand-to-hand, that sounds nifty there.
That's a good one, yeah. So expert, so then you have 2 more choices from the physical program. Alejandro in the chat says, you were bitten by a radioactive multiple man. I like it. No, he was born this way, I think, is how I read that.
Yep. That's how I understood. Maybe he was born with it. Maybe it's mutation.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm seeking sponsorships, Maybelline. Make it happen.
Yeah, I think I would have to come on air without such messy hair today. So
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. If I thought I looked too bad, I'd probably have been like, can we make that 20 minutes instead of 15?
I was just trying to get all the stuff because I'm in the living room, and so I had to go into the basement, grab all my stuff, and bring it up. And it took a little bit of time. Plus, then I had to move my son, who was asleep on the couch, into the bedroom. And then get all my stuff, my gaming stuff. So I did probably 3 trips downstairs and then moved him. So some good ones that people usually take, boxing. I think you get an automatic knockout on a 20. Maybe it's a 19 and 20. I can't remember. And you don't have to call it. Whereas normally if you get a crit and you called a knockout blow, then, which you should almost always call it because I don't know there's no real penalty not to. But if you crit, you knock the guy out. But you get an automatic without having to call it. So that's a good one. I believe you also get a bonus attack and a bonus to initiative with that one.
That sounds good.
yeah, it is. It is a good one. So there's that, and then running tends to boost your endurance, and since it's after your ability selection, it does get added on top of your ability.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So if running adds more to the endurance, and that's kind of the aim for this character to have high endurance, that would make sense.
Okay. Yep. Let's do that then. Boxing and endurance. Or running.
Yeah. Just endurance.
He's just got raw endurance. He's good. All right, cool. So then the only other thing you have to pick now is 8 secondary skills.
8 secondary skills.
Yeah, so it'd be the same thing. There's no category for secondary. It's whatever of any of the available categories. So you have military training now, so you can pick from the military group. You can. There's only a few exceptions. You can't select from espionage or rogue. Anything else you should be able to select from. If you do take, I think that's the only. Let me double check the restrictions. Actually, I'm sorry. Secondary skills are on page 47.
There's so much to this. I get a little lost. I'm like, okay, let's look at this.
So the rules for what you can select based on secondary skills are on page 47. So there's that. Yeah, so there's your list of where you can select 8 from. So you have to use that list, and then based on what it says there, you can then select out of the categories on the next page. Like some of them say any pilot basic, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of flipping back and forth. This might be why I love physical books more than PDFs too.
Yeah, I can see the whiplash happening right now. It's like, okay. So
Yeah, people always think I'm crazy when I'm like, I don't really like PDFs much.
no, I totally understand the whole physical copy thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it makes it a little bit easier.
Right.
Time to time, I like physical books, especially paperbacks, just for the fact that they'll fall apart at the seams, and I don't have to like actually flip them anymore. You know.
I got news for you.
Oh.
You already have running from Military Basic, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's just going to make it more confusing.
I know, right?
All right, already have running, so running's off the list. So I need.
Let's just make it bodybuilding and weightlifting. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It goes with his hairless body.
Yeah, I mean, so technically, every time my guy turns into another guy, that other guy is going to be butt naked unless we clothe him, according to like the rules in the book.
I know we're not doing it. Yeah, making a character.
Gotta look good. Gotta look good.
My wife came in and was like, "What are you talking about? A hairless body?" So he's making a mutant. His side effect is that he has no hair on his body, and we've determined that 20 minutes ago. And now we're picking skills, and we took bodybuilding, weightlifting for his character. And I said it goes with it.
He should be a professional wrestler then.
He could be a professional wrestler if he wanted. Yeah, that works.
That does work.
That's easy to role play. I'm hungry too. You didn't want me to go anywhere for lunch.
Yeah, but I ate lunch.
So, then why are you so hungry?
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
All
Sorry.
No, it's cool. You guys are cute.
All right, so you got boxing and bodybuilding, weightlifting.
Yep.
Now we're doing the secondary skills.
Yeah. So I was thinking about taking some stuff from the electrical program.
Okay.
Because being able to time demolitions would be awesome, especially with the electronics, or even diffusing bombs with electronics. You know.
Technically, it says the only thing from electronics you can take is basic.
Yeah, that sounds good enough.
I think you get that already, though. Yeah, you get that from demolitions.
Well, never ever mind. I'm like thinking of all these things. Okay, what would be good? No, you already have that. Okay.
All right. So under communications, there's radio basic and TV video only.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have those. Under domestic, you can take a bunch of stuff, anything.
Yeah.
Under you can't take espionage because you don't qualify. Mechanical, you can take basic mechanics and auto mechanics.
That probably would be good since we have a van that we're in.
Right. All right, I'll put both those down.
Yeah.
All right, so basic mechanics. You want both of them?
Sure.
It's like you kind of get to a point in this where you're like, you know what? Just give me a skill on the paper. I don't care.
Well, it's like what 8 to choose from, and we've gone 2.
Right. You could take some medical skills, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking that might actually be pretty good to have some like field combat skills, especially if I have multiple guys and my team is hurt, then I can have multiple guys working on several teammates.
Oh, that's a great idea. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. This guy could be a super good support character.
So first aid would count as 2 skills.
Okay.
So let's put that down.
Yeah, that sounds good. So now that's
4.
Yeah, so there's 6 skills left.
I got 4 left.
Oh, 4 left. Yeah, because 4 plus 4 is 8. I was counting from 10 for whatever reason.
It's okay. I see how it is. You're an OP, power gamer. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Alejandro says that his comment about the radioactive multiple man was before we rolled that. So
he's saying that my superhero name should be Clusterfuck. That sounds fair, actually. Or Swiss Army, because he just won't be able to do anything.
And no, if you multiply, your clothes multiply with you. We're not having a naked, hairless guy running around our game. It reminds me of Quake 3 that we used to play in high school. I think it was Quake 3. Someone downloaded on all the computers in our computer class. And so one person did the work for everybody, and everybody else played Quake. And there was a skin that was a naked guy. It was bad. It was so bad. Bomber wrestler that multiples himself. Oh, jeez. Like he blows himself up? Is that what he means? Like straps bombs on himself?
Yeah. Oh man, just kamikaze in with multiple guys. Yeah. I think unfortunately that would be awesome, except
it still hurts you.
Yeah, the main character still gets all the damage, so even though that's an awesome idea.
I like it. But yeah, that would suck. So we got first aid. Next,
4 more.
Let's see. Weapon quality. Do you have that one? You don't have recognized weapon quality from military.
That sounds like a good one. Then I can look at someone's weapon and be like, "Hi, he has a rusty sword. We can take him."
Right. Or I know that rifle does this much damage from this far away.
Yep.
Then there's physical skills again. If you want to take more of those, there's pilot basic. You can work on cars. You'd still be able to drive cars. It's just if you have to do any maneuvering or exceeding the speed limits, you start having to make checks then.
Okay.
So there's that. There's astronomy and math skills under science. On any technical, and then any weapon proficiencies you would want except for energy weapons. And then any wilderness skills if you wanted them. Wilderness.
Huh. Oh, so many things to choose from.
Let's see. Let's.
So weapon proficiency. What's under that?
So under weapon proficiency, it's kind of funny. There's it's on page 50. It's like weapon types. If you're using anything, I would definitely say take weapon proficiency blunt. That's, your staffs. Well, not your staffs, but like your,
Yeah, boards that you pick up off the ground, like lead pipes and stuff. That sounds good. Yeah.
All right, so weapon proficiency, blunt weapon. You still have 2 more skills. Okay. You already have weapon proficiency, rifle. Okay. Which is funny because weapon proficiency rifle isn't even right here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not there. I'm almost tempted to just have this just because. Under domestic, there's dance.
Done.
I have a dance troupe now.
That's so bad.
Just come in, jazz hands everyone, and then sucker punch.
I like it. All right, there's one more thing. You should make them dance too. It could be a boy band.
Yeah, just come in, bedazzle them, throw grenades, punch everyone else, win all the battles.
Superheroes, the musical.
Alejandro has actually clarified what he meant by bomber because the character's a demolition expert. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Stop making sense, Alejandro. All right, let's go to multiple beings.
Oh my gosh.
Skill percentages. I'll do the skill percentages off air. Just because, boring. But let's go to multiple beings and selves. If you find it before me, let me know what page. Oh, there it is. No, that's multiple lives. Oh, here it is. Multiple beings and selves. 282. I'm just looking at it for any bonuses you get. I'm not going to write anything else on this right now. And yes, basically you suffer a lot of damage from one of your people dying and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let's just stack on all that endurance and anything that will just make his make his SP higher.
SDC?
SDC. I'll get that right at some point.
You'll get it right. It'll just be after we play the game.
Alejandro is trying to imply that I just made Magic Mike.
Oh, gosh.
Well, he makes very good points. A bodybuilder that dances and multiplies.
So each version of your guy gets the same amount of attacks as the original.
Yep.
So if you have 4 attacks at first level and you multiply into 2, you basically get 4 actions in a round. And if you multiply into 4, you get a lot of actions in a round.
Yeah, that's... I started reading it. I'm like, yes, this seems like something that would break the system. Let's do it.
How many duplicates are possible?
Yeah, looks like I have to roll for that one.
Let's roll some percentiles for that.
Okay.
Please only roll under 50.
I make no promises, but how I've been rolling lately.
I guess it won't matter because at first level, you'll no matter what only have, because that's our one shot will be first level. You'll only be able to make one multiple of yourself, but
yeah, I got 85.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. 1 per level.
So yeah, it's just gonna be another dude. So for those who don't know who or what Magic Mike is, it's a movie from America about a male stripper. That's basically it.
It's not that bad a movie though.
I haven't really seen it. I've seen
critiques
on it. It's just like, I don't think I'm the target audience.
I don't know. There's more naked chicks than dudes in the movie.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, you see boobs, you don't see anything on a dude. I'm just letting you know. My wife saw it in theaters because a bunch of girls from work invited her. So she went and saw it. And then, I don't know, I think she was watching it actually, it was the last Provokers session that I was supposed to be in where my internet wasn't working. And she was watching Magic Mike, and I came out, and I saw other than the first 10 minutes, I saw the rest of the movie. I remember going, it's not that bad. Yeah, I agree, Alejandro. He says that at least 3 would have been nice. Yeah, I kind of wish you got a couple more as well. Maybe we can come up with something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll think of something.
Creating copies in an instant. Duration is indefinite, so you can always have it. When you duplicate, standing right next to you. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now, extraordinary physical endurance. Oh, actually, I just went to control kinetic energy. So we'll do that one first. Okay, so you can null and slow movement. You can drain kinetic energy involved in movement to quickly slow its speed to reduce impact damage. That's pretty crazy. It works for a 10-foot radius around the character. Basically, anything that's trying to hit you, you can slow down too.
Mm-hmm.
Or an attack directed at a specific target. No damage. It just reduces speed. It lasts for 1 minute per level of experience. Such things as bullets, a runaway cart, or out-of-control vehicle may last only a few seconds, with the desired effect being to slow and or stop the moving object. Unless the target is motorized or living, once it is stopped, and the null force ends. Unless the null field is erected, then it lasts 1 minute per level as noted above. Each use counts as 2 attacks or actions. So there is that. Automatically applies to anything that enters your 10-foot field. So that's interesting. There's a saving throw. They must roll a 14 or higher. Jeez, oh Pete's. So you probably have to do this before anything attacks you. You can't do it when they say they attack you.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be on your turn that you'd have to do it.
This sounds like something to start at like the beginning of combat, basically.
Right. Now, I do know a lot of things that require concentration in Palladium. That is your sole ability. Like, that's all you can do. Just so you have an idea. I don't know if this is it or not. Like, if this is one of those or not yet. You can increase movement. This is the second part of the ability. You can increase movement by 200 feet. Double the speed of a moving object. And do double damage, it looks like. Oh, it'd be 50% more damage. Interesting. Yeah, you can mess some stuff up. Yikes, other abilities. Okay, so you don't get any bonuses or anything from that. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Now, extraordinary physical endurance. Dang, now I got to figure out what page that's on.
It is on page 232.
It's not in alphabetical order. What the heck? Oh, I think control kinetic energy might be a major.
Manipulate kinetic energy on 235.
Oh, okay. So I was reading the wrong stuff.
Yeah, I was like looking at this stuff, and I'm like, that sounds cooler than what I was reading the last time.
All right. So, extraordinary physical endurance. Yay, we get to roll some more. Okay, so add 1d6 plus 5 to your physical endurance attribute. So do that.
All right. I got one. I rolled a 6.
That's good. That's 11 plus 12 is 23. All right, so 23 physical endurance. Take note of bonuses to save versus toxins and coma. Add 4d4 times 10 SDC. So that'll be huge.
I got 12.
12? Okay, so 120 makes it 150. So you're probably going to be one of the more, well, I don't know. Andre's character is going to be pretty badass based on what he was interested in. And then 3d6 for hit points. Actually, make it 46 because, yeah.
All right. Let me just find another d6.
Physical endurance plus a d6, I believe. Actually, I'm sorry. Remove one of those d6.
All right. 13.
13? Okay. So 13 on top of 23. 36. So you have a lot of hit points. Uh-oh, I think my dog's about to puke. Do you hear that?
Sounds like a dog sneezing to me.
All right. So there's that. That's it. Your guy's done. I just got to put all this math in here, and he is completely done. Mutants are obviously the quickest to make. So
Sounds like it.
that's why that wasn't so bad. Also, I didn't go through all the skills and write everything down yet, so that's why. But got my little cheat sheet with the Game Master Guide. So we'll go with that for skills. The only thing I'll have to then do is still the math from the physical skills from the core book. And I forgot hand-to-hand expert. Go to the hand-to-hand expert and look what first level does.
Okie dokie.
I think it gives 2 extra attacks and then something else. Also, he had video communication. He does not have video communication on here.
Yeah.
I actually think, Alejandro, I did some of your skills incorrectly too. So I might go back and look at those and fix them for your secondary skills, man.
So, hand-to-hand expert in advanced form of self-defense, unarmed combat, usually taught to commandos. It costs 2 of the character's skill. Okay, that's just a short description of it.
There should be level numbers. I think it's in the combat section. I'll find it probably.
Yeah, you'll probably find it before me.
All right, here it's on page 71. After SDC values of mundane stuff and before notes on super abilities in combat. And you get 2 additional attacks, plus 2 to roll with punch and fall, and plus 2 to pull punch at first level.
Wow.
So we'll jot that down. I can't imagine us pulling a lot of punches in a one shot, but just saying.
No.
I have a feeling everyone's gonna be like, let's just do it.
Yep.
Kill it.
One shots are usually one shots are usually hobo murder fest, so
Right. Plus 2 to roll with punch.
unless you're like, I had so much fun, I want to run this all the time now, and we'll be like, oh no.
And then you just tell me what you think I want to hear. Yeah, I agree. We should definitely play again sometime. Hey, are you available this night? Oh no, I've got a thing with my wife.
Oh no, if I don't enjoy it, I'll tell you straight up, man. I mean, I'm one of those people who's like, oh, did you enjoy it? Hell's no.
I've played in a few games where afterwards it's very like I hadn't had the most fun, and people are like, "Oh, it was so good! It was the best session I've ever had. Like, we should play that again." And then like a couple other people are like, "Yeah, maybe." You can just tell.
Yeah, I'm always the dude who's like, "Well, that was fun for you. I sat there for 20 minutes, like trying to understand things."
It wasn't fun when I was dropped to 0 hit points making death stage for the last hour of the game.
Yeah, totally.
I could have just left.
Oh, you guys didn't notice me getting out of the room, going to the restroom, mixing martini, coming back.
Right. Alejandro, when you can, send me that sheet so I can copy it. Yeah, I'm really far behind on doing the character sheets. Gosh, it's been kind of crazy. So for those that don't know, I'm a realtor. I have some stuff going on with that. Not going to go into too many details. I do have a buyer that had a multiple offer situation that we lost out on this past weekend. and I've got possibly another buyer that I'm gonna be helping. I probably wouldn't help him if it wasn't a best friend, but it's about 2 hours away. But because it's my best friend, I'll probably go help him. I got some other stuff that's kind of taking up some time with that. My wife's pregnant, so there's that. My son doesn't go to bed when you tell him to because he's 3. So there's that, which in the past, when I've done things like this, up until last October, it was always after 8 o'clock. Now it varies. If he might be up till 10:30, like last night, and it kind of ruins. Like I can't plan at this time. I'm going to do this, unless I let my wife know well in advance, like our one shot that's coming up. Hey, we're for sure playing on this day, and she understands, so she'll handle the business, But yeah, so it's been pretty chaotic around here, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So it's good and it's bad, and we have snow again. So,
Boy,
yeah, it sucks.
yeah, it's actually sunny here, which is surprising.
Oh, really? Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the camera real quick so everyone can see the beautiful snow. And it's falling. It's like the thick snow too. It's thick, slushy snow. So yeah, and then I got to show a house tonight at 5:30. So I will be out in the snow. It's a vacant house, so if we get a lot of snow, it won't be shoveled, and that'll suck as well. So yeah, you've never been in snow. You're lucky. I know a lot of people from the South are like, oh, snow, and they get all excited about it, but it's not anything to get excited about. She'll do the magic. She will. So we do still have a few characters to do. Obviously, the decision-making on this one's done. Now it's just porting it over to a character sheet, and then I'll scan it and send it to Paul. We have a martial artist for Nathan. I think we were going to go with something like a super sleuth out of the book. And then Andre wants a character like Sunspot. Do you remember what type of character Amanda said she wanted?
I only remember all the jokes she's been making, from Care Bear to the Tick to Freakazoid.
Right. I feel like, I can't remember. I'm going to go try and look real quick.
Yeah, it's...
I think I did a one-on-one message to her where she was a little more serious. Let me see what we got here. Oh, okay. So we were, again, actually, it wasn't very serious. It was a lot of joking there, too. Okay, so she wanted to be able to fly. She wanted teleportation. And then she wanted something that allowed her to do ranged stuff, I think. And it wasn't going to be, she was going to be a super invention character with these abilities too. So her abilities are going to be tied to whatever the invention is. So she's a super invention character with probably 3 abilities: flight, teleportation, and then some kind of energy expulsion probably. But it wasn't going to be a real powerful energy expulsion from what I remember. Because I think I joked about calling her Jubilee
yeah.
from X-Men. And I said, you can have the firework tickle powers. Yeah. So some sort of minor to go with it. So yeah, and then she was like, oh, and then a splash of Freakazoid. But yeah. And then she went into the group one and started talking about Freakazoid. So she has that. That's what we're doing for her. And then John, I don't know if John said much. I don't think he's confirmed that he's going to play. But he also, I don't remember if he had a concept. Was he just saying whatever? Do you remember at all?
I don't remember.
Come on, Paul. You're supposed to remember these things.
I'm supposed to be the memory guy. Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I
Nope.
don't. I think he was still trying to figure out if he was playing or not. That's the only thing I can remember.
Right. So right now, Alejandro's targeting's like a mid-ranged thing, so that'll be good. You actually could use a rifle, but for the most part, you're up close, and I'm okay with everybody being up close. I think that'll be fine. Sometimes with technology-based games, having one person do ranged and then everyone else do short up close can be difficult. So I have no problem with that. Fine, we're just going to make John a Care Bear. Just like we said to Amanda.
Just make both of them Care Bears.
Right. Alejandro says glitter gun. Yeah, that makes me think of Glitter Boys. So Palladium has a game called Rifts, if you're not familiar. It's a post-apocalyptic game. It's basically after a great cataclysm where the planet, our Earth, is ripped apart by magical energy and fusing, like it's fusing with other worlds through ley lines. And through these ley lines come like demons and aliens and things from other dimensions, and Earth becomes Rift's Earth. So a lot of locations you know of on Earth change. Like the Chicago area is where humans settle. In Canada, there's a bug race that's kind of taken over and built a hive that spans a big chunk of Canada. But they have a character type that is called a glitter boy. And it's a big mech power armor thing. It's like 10 feet, 15 feet high. Don't know for sure exactly, but it's around there. And it's got a gun called a boom gun. And I believe the boom gun shoots like 100 missiles at once or 1,000 missiles at once. That's why it's called a boom gun. Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Damn.
And, it just wrecks stuff. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. They really captured that character type really well for Savage Rifts too. For Savage Worlds, that's a good game too. But him saying glitter gun made me think of Glitter Boy. So I'm gonna use my pipes to parry bullets. That would be great, Paul. If your character decided to sing and on a successful percentile roll, that's when his ability worked to stop bullets.
Just sings and dances.
Right.
Just call him chorus line.
Right.
Yeah.
We could even add some flavor to it. Like he starts singing opera music, and if bullets enter this 10-foot thing, they explode from his opera singing.
Oh God, this could get crazy.
Yeah, with speeding, you get auto dodge is what you get. I don't think. Did you have the speed? What was your guy? Your guy had the jump. I don't think he had the super speed, did he? You can't parry bullets. There's an actual ability that allows you to parry bullets, Alejandro. Alejandro's character is... I got it in here somewhere. There it is. Gargoyle. Increased in agility, uncanny targeting, mind and body attunement. Those are his abilities. And he's got the enhanced leap. So yes, you cannot parry a bullet. You can't parry a sword. If you aren't made of metal, if you try to parry a sword, it will slice your arm off, just so you know. There are abilities that allow you to do things. If you can try to parry it, I'll let you try. But you're taking the damage still if you parry a bladed weapon. But no, there are abilities that allow you to parry bullets. They might be in the Powers Unlimited books. Gosh, let me see if I can find it real quick. There's a lot of cool abilities. There really are, especially in the Powers books. I remember when I first got this, I read it over and over and over again. So there's Hardened Skin. That might be it. maybe impact resistance. Have you ever played a Supers game before, Paul?
Nope.
Never?
Never.
Oh my gosh. There's everyone always talks about Mutants and Masterminds. I have not played that though.
Yeah, like outside of fantasy and sci-fi, I haven't really done like a superhero game.
Have you ever played Numenera?
No, I haven't actually. I've seen it play. I've seen people playing it. Heard people talking about it. I haven't played that. That's like on my to-do list.
It's a good game. I played it once. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it seems like it has a lot of good ideas in it.
Man. All right, so it's got to be, if it is one of these, I'm going to try Hardened Skin on page 29 first. Let's see if that allows parrying of bladed weapons and bullets.
Alejandro's mentioning his Eskrima sticks?
Yeah, his pipes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what they are.
Yes, you can parry swords with them because, they're just metal sticks. That you could. You just can't do it if you don't have those in your hand. Nope, that doesn't allow you to parry bullets. I'm very curious now. Impact resistance, maybe that. Let's try that. Makes character extremely resistant to blunt trauma in most physical attacks. Ooh, this being is resistant to projectiles, bullets, arrows, yada, yada, yada. First 20 points inflicted, and the rest thereafter doing half their normal damage. Okay, so that's close to it, but you still can't parry it. Man, I thought there was something. Maybe it's under major? I don't see it in this one. Maybe it's in the third book. I know there was something because I was like, this is cool. But I haven't looked or read that, and it had to have been 5 years. I don't think I've opened my Powers books in almost 5 years. That's how long it's been. Defensive will, maybe? I know there's a way to do like Jedi Force tricks and stuff. It's kind of cool. So those are minors. Majors. Bulletproof. I think that's the one.
Bulletproof.
Page 52. Yeah, let me check that out. Oh, you can refire the absorbed rounds. You can sense bullets and shells, and your skin is bulletproof.
Wow.
Yup, that's pretty crazy. And you get a big bonus to your SDC. Like as if being bulletproof wasn't enough. Now you also get extra SDC. Dang, that's sweet. You can't change your character, Alejandra. So what do you got going on, man?
Who?
You got your chat Monday going on?
Yeah, I don't really have anything going on like today, except my wife wants to see Black Panther because we haven't seen it yet. So
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's like everyone we know, all her customers at her coffee shop, they're like, "Oh yeah, have you seen Black Panther?" And she's like, "No, I haven't yet." And everyone's shocked, and now she's feeling a little embarrassed by not seeing it. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. We were going to try this past weekend when we had a babysitter. We went and bought a bunk bed for the kids instead while we had a babysitter because we're awesome like that. And yeah, so we didn't get to see it. So now I'm still dying to see it. I'm hoping, actually, I feel like I should reach out to my mom to see if she'll watch the kids so we can go watch it. Because I'm dying to see that movie as well. I've heard that it was pretty awesome. So, which it's a Marvel movie, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, even their bad Marvel movies are still pretty good. So
Yeah, they've been on a roll for like 10 years, it seems. I never actually I did see Spider-Man. Spider-Man was pretty good too, from what I remember.
yeah, I really liked Homecoming. That was really good.
Yeah, it was better than I was anticipating because of the previous Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
But it was actually really good. Yeah, so I want to see that, and then what else?
Pacific Rim's coming out next month. Or this month. It's a new month. It's March now.
Isn't that like about mechs and stuff?
Yeah, giant robots fighting giant monsters.
Wait, that's coming out now?
Yeah, that's coming out the 23rd. The second one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought that came out a few years ago. I never saw the first one.
Yeah, they're making a second one now. If you're a fan of like the whole kaiju giant robot stuff, see it. If you're not, you'll probably be like, this is stupid but good.
I like good action movies though, so I'd probably like it.
It's a good action movie. It just reminds me of like the days where I used to like Saturday afternoons watch just giant monster movies on like whatever television station that was showing old like movies.
Right.
I was like, yay, this is dumb, but it's good.
Right. So Alejandro says the first Spider-Man that he didn't like was Homecoming. So he liked the bad Spider-Man movies and hated the good one. Interesting.
Everybody has their own opinion, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I liked it because I thought the actor playing Peter Parker did a good both like Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And like the guy before him, at least like how they wrote him was a little bit
Tobey Maguire or something.
No, the guy after Tobey Maguire, the one with Electro, that was played by Jamie Foxx.
You know, I think I didn't watch that Spider-Man, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's probably
the Sandman guy too, right?
So the Sandman was in the third one with Maguire, and then what is his name?
They had another one after that?
Yeah, they rebooted the whole series. After the third Spider-Man, the one with Venom and Sam Raimi wasn't going to make any more.
It had the girl from Zombieland.
Yeah, playing.
Yes, I did not watch that one.
Yeah, those were interesting. Peter Parker kind of turned into a stalker.
Oh, I'm sure. He's always kind of been that way, though.
I mean,
maybe not the comic books, but in all the cartoons and things like that, he was weird. He was obsessive.
Yeah, he was kind of like nerdy and all this, but they like
that's not a trait of being nerdy.
Well, okay, so
that's
like
creepy.
The whole obsessive thing, yeah, he's always kind of been that way, but like they turned it up to 11. And it's just like, Spider-Man, you're being a little creepy.
Yeah, no, the last one, like you said, I actually really liked it. I liked the bad guy. I liked, his flying and all that stuff. The combat was good. I legit didn't think Spider-Man could take him on. That was good. I didn't feel like Spider-Man had a chance.
Spider-Man, almost didn't have a chance. That was the best part. It was he was in over his head. Right.
They really drilled it into you that, hey, this Spider-Man is not even really a street level hero, and that's what made it so good, in my opinion.
He shoots webs from his wrist. He's creepy. Oh yeah, the first guy.
No, that doesn't make it. The thing that made him creepy is that he was a stalker.
Yeah, well,
I smelled her hair as she walked by. Oh, she's so hot. That was weird. That
was the reboot Spider-Man for Peter Parker. It's Gwen Stacy, woo. And
so bad.
in that second one, he got even worse. And it's just this is not Peter Parker, man.
Right.
This is the origin stories of some bad guy.
Actually, yes, you're right. He's borderline bad guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a restraining order.
You can't keep me away from her. I'm Spider-Man.
Right. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. I like Tony Stark in that movie too. But yeah, I need to see Black Panther. I need to see Thor Ragnarok. Actually, I don't think I saw the second Thor movie. Maybe I did.
Dark World is kind of
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it has good action sequences, but I think personally for me, out of all the Marvel movies, it's probably the worst.
See, I didn't really like the first Thor movie either.
Yeah.
The only thing I enjoyed about Homecoming was the ship destruction scene with Tony Stark. Yeah, where he pulls it together. Yeah.
Or tries to pull it together.
Well, he does it long enough.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty cool sequence. Like all the scenes with the Vulture were pretty awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Isn't it Kevin Costner as the Vulture? Just that was was epic.
Yep, I completely agree. It was awesome. But yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, unless, I mean, you want to do a live chat, I'll do a separate live chat and we'll go live and maybe Alejandro will join us.
Ooh.
You want to try that?
Yeah, we could try that.
You up for it, Alejandro? If I send you a link, joining us and talking? We could talk about superhero movies. All right, I'm going to end the broadcast, but yeah. Yeah, you got to try, Alejandro. So we might do another live chat right after this. Peace.